Okay, Sistas fans, so we're 4 episodes into season 4B, and I made this post on Facebook, the Sistas Facebook group last night, because I don't think in the 3.5 seasons prior to June 1st, I don't think I've seen this much I guess you could say disdain for the show as we've gotten in the past month of episodes, or in the month of June. So here's what I said. Be careful what you wish for. I remember the anger and impatience of Sistas fans due to the June 29th return date, and then July 6th when it was pushed back further. Eventually, fan outrage online caused the date to get pushed up to June 1st. However, the show has come back only to have some of the lowest reviews in terms of fan reactions and review websites than I've ever seen since the show's run. My question is, where did the show go wrong? What has Tyler Perry done in his solo writer's room? Because remember, he writes this show alone. I know a lot of people like, man, what were the writers thinking about having Karen do this, and what person wrote Danny this way? Tyler writes it all himself for this show. There are some shows that he doesn't even write on anymore, but this isn't one of them. Okay. And are fans mad because Fatima was locked up for a few episodes and now Zach is going back to his old cell? Yeah, that's honestly one of the biggest complaints I've seen. Let's be real. Outside of Zatima versus Hayden, nothing is really going on in the show. It's been 4 episodes of season 4B, and I don't hear fans talking about Sabrina, Andy, or Danny at all. Yeah, we talked about Danny, but that was really only by her connection to the story by confronting Zach and, the whole mentioning Karen and the baby thing, but that's it. If nothing else, I just think this reinforces the fact that Tyler needs to give the other sisters some good writing so people gave a crap about him. Seeing how Sabrina's face lit up when she was with Bio, or even in this week's episode, seeing Andy's face when she was talking with Robin, those are great scenes to see. When was the last time we saw Andy smile like that with Gary, or Sabrina having such a good time with Calvin? Never. And with Gary and Andy, I said, no, that does not include whenever he bought her things. I'll stop right here because I know a lot of people will comment about how this post is too long to read. That's one of the most annoying things about the Facebook group, when people are like, man, this is a whole essay. This is what I do. But after reading through some of the comments, which I think there are like 40 or 32 of them, a lot of people facts. This post is very true. I think it's due to the return date. I've seen a lot of people say they didn't know it was back. I don't think that has anything to do with the reviews, though. No, that's just the return. I mean, yeah, people are right to be confused and disoriented, but in terms of the actual show, the show is more of a frustration than a happy distraction. I don't like the cast outside of the show or watching them in other projects. They have nothing to do with Tyler. I probably wouldn't watch. Hey, hang on. Honestly, if I didn't like the cast outside of the show or watch them outside of other non-Tyler Perry projects, I probably wouldn't watch Sistas. Okay. I agree this post with 100%. He's dragging the show. He needs other writers. These characters need better storylines. Only Zach and Fatima hold my interest, hence why they're getting a spinoff. Danny be pressing and can't get it right. Danny and Preston can't get it right. Calvin and Sabrina can't. Gals, at least she got a new boo. Bio. Maurice needs a new person. There's a lot of typos in this one. He needs somebody better than Q. And we need a new man for Andy, Robin instead of Gary. Hayden needs to be in jail. Where the show is going wrong is answered in the 3rd paragraph. That approach is getting stale at this point. There needed to be a diverse team of writers. Where's my 3rd paragraph? Yeah, the whole thing about Tyler writing the show solo. Get Hayden off the show. He's doing too much. At least Hayden keeps stuff interesting. I mean, yeah, he's a troll and pretty much everything Zach said, but at least like, oh shit, he's about to do this, so I wonder how Zach and Fatima are going to get out of it. Spot on. I agree with everything. All great points. Zatima carries the show. The original sisters need good storylines too. Sabrina needs to move on with Bio. Her and Calvin are not really interesting anymore. Man, they've been uninteresting for a while. Karen needs to get herself together and move forward with Aaron. They're dragging the baby storyline. Yeah, a majority of these comments are the same thing. A lot of people are like, man, they're dragging this baby crap. I will say this much. Number one, I'm glad we finally know how far along she is in the pregnancy. That she isn't 100% show that Zach is the father. I just hope somebody in the near future tells Zach about that. Andy needs to, well, then again, even if nobody tells Zach, at least he already made it clear he's still moving forward with Fatima. He's not looking back. Andy and Gary are tiring also. Move her forward with Robin. Danny and her ploys to be with every and any man except Preston, even though he is who she wants, is getting old. This back and forth needs to wrap up. Basically, the other sisters need a good, successful love story to make it interesting again. And it's not necessarily them getting love stories to make it interesting. Just writing their characters with a bit more character would make more sense. I love your input on the show. Keep informing us. Thank you. You're welcome. Everything you said was on point. Nobody wants to see Zach and Fatima in jail. We want to see them happy. But by extension of that, they need to be written to make better choices. Sabrina's storyline is about to blossom favorably. No, it ain't. Trust me, it's not. These were excellent points. You mean to tell me it's back on? So somebody apparently didn't even know the show was back on, even though I don't know how that's possible. Okay, Zach and Fatima have enough to build a great power couple empire storyline, but the way it's written is ridiculous of all the ridiculous obstacles set up by Hayden. Let's see. Andy and Robin could be a power couple who run the office, and yeah, that's great. So yeah, I just kind of skimmed through them because a majority of the comments were pretty much the same thing, but I feel like I don't know if things are really going to change though, because remember, season 5 was filmed a few months ago. It's already in the books. Zatima season 1 was filmed earlier in the year, in January, I believe. So we just gotta hang in there, I guess. But despite ratings being better than it was a couple weeks ago for Shaking in the Rain, we're back in like the 0.95 and up range. A lot of people still have the same legitimate complaints about the show. So let me know your thoughts. Where do you think, Sisters went wrong? Arguably, I still say season 4 is better than 3, but I think that 4 is getting some of the most criticism I've ever seen. But let's talk about it more in the comment section below. How do you think Tyler Perry can improve the show? Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.